Led by Dr. Sarah Clark, a renowned archaeologist and expert in polar environments, the team includes geologists, engineers, and historians, each with their own skills and goals. Dr. Clark has been obsessed with the Lost City for years, ever since she stumbled upon a cryptic reference to it in an old manuscript. The manuscript was written by a 19th-century explorer who claimed to have seen the city while sailing along the coast of Antarctica. His account was dismissed as a fanciful tale, but Dr. Clark was convinced that there was some truth to it. After years of research and planning, Dr. Clark finally secured funding and assembled a team to embark on the expedition of a lifetime. They would travel to Antarctica equipped with state-of-the-art technology and decades of scientific knowledge to find the lost city and uncover its secrets. As they boarded the research vessel that would take them to the frozen continent, the team felt a mix of excitement, anticipation, and trepidation. They knew that the journey ahead would be long and difficult, and that they would face many challenges and dangers. But they also knew that they were on the verge of a discovery that could change the course of history. The lost city of Antarctica awaited them, buried in ice and waiting to be found. And Dr. Clark and her team were determined to uncover its secrets no matter what it took. The expedition begins. The vast expanse of ice and snow stretched out before them, a barren and inhospitable landscape that would test even the hardiest of explorers. The team of scientists and adventurers had come from around the world, drawn by the promise of uncovering the secrets of a lost civilization hidden deep beneath the ice. They knew the journey would be long and treacherous, but they were driven by a sense of curiosity and the thrill of discovery. At the heart of the expedition was Dr. Samantha Carter, a renowned archaeologist and historian who had dedicated her life to unraveling the mysteries of ancient civilizations. She had spent years researching the lost city of Antarctica, studying maps and historical records, and piecing together fragments of evidence that hinted at a once thriving metropolis hidden beneath the frozen wasteland. With her was a team of specialists in various fields, each bringing their own expertise to the expedition. There was Dr. Jameson, a geologist who had studied the shifting ice and tectonic plates of the region. Dr. Kahn, a biologist with a fascination for the hardy organisms that managed to survive in the extreme conditions, and Captain Anderson, a seasoned explorer who had spent years navigating the treacherous waters and ice flows of the polar regions. As they prepared for the journey, the team reviewed their plans and equipment, making sure they had everything they needed to survive the harsh conditions of Antarctica. They loaded their gear onto the research vessel that would take them across the Southern Ocean, braving storms and icebergs as they made their way south. For days they sailed, with nothing but the endless expanse of ocean around them. But as they neared the Antarctic Peninsula, the air grew colder and the skies grew darker. The ship's crew began to spot ice flows in the distance, signaling their approach to the edge of the continent. As they reached the edge of the ice shelf, the team gathered on the deck, wrapped in thick layers of clothing and clutching their equipment tightly. The ship's engines roared as it plowed through the thick sheets of ice, pushing ever closer to the heart of the frozen continent. Finally, after days of travel, they arrived at the site of the lost city, a remote and desolate region of Antarctica that few humans had ever set foot on. They anchored the ship in a sheltered cove and began to prepare for the journey inland. The team donned their specialized gear, including heavy-duty boots and insulated clothing designed to withstand the frigid temperatures. They packed their equipment, including drills, shovels, and scientific instruments, and set out on foot towards the heart of the lost city. As they hiked across the barren landscape, the team marveled at the stunning beauty of the ice and snow, the vastness of the horizon, and the eerie silence that surrounded them. But they knew they had a job to do, and their excitement and curiosity soon overtook their sense of awe. As they neared the site of the lost city, the team could feel their hearts racing with anticipation. They had come this far, and now they were finally on the cusp of uncovering one of the greatest mysteries of human history. What secrets lay hidden beneath the ice? What wonders would they discover in the ruins of the lost city? The team pushed on, driven by a sense of purpose and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Uncovering the city. As the team of explorers continued their excavation of the lost city beneath the ice, they began to uncover more and more artifacts and structures that hinted at a civilization unlike any they had ever encountered. The buildings were made of a strange material that seemed to be a combination of metal and stone, and the intricate carvings and symbols etched into them were unlike any known language or writing system. As they delved deeper into the ruins, the team encountered strange and perplexing devices that seemed to serve no discernible purpose. Some were intricate mechanisms with moving parts that appeared to be powered by a source of energy that the team could not identify. Others were simpler in design, yet no less mysterious, and seemed to be made of materials that did not exist on Earth. Despite the eerie atmosphere and the sense of danger that permeated the city, the team continued their investigation with a sense of awe and wonder. Every new discovery brought with it a rush of excitement and a flood of questions, as the explorers tried to piece together the story of this lost civilization and its possible connection to the mysteries of the universe. As they worked, they began to notice strange patterns in the way the city was laid out. The buildings seemed to be arranged in a precise and deliberate way, with no wasted space or haphazard design. The team speculated that this might be evidence of a highly advanced society, one that had a deep understanding of mathematics, physics, and engineering. One day, as the team was exploring a particularly ornate structure that seemed to be a temple or shrine of some kind, they made a stunning discovery. Hidden away in a chamber deep within the building, they found a small object that glowed with a soft blue light. As they examined it more closely, they realized that it was a type of crystal, unlike any they had ever seen before. The crystal seemed to have a power of its own, emanating a strange energy that the team could feel in their bones. As they studied it further, they realized that it was connected to the other devices and structures they had discovered in the city, and that it might hold the key to unlocking the secrets of this lost civilization. Excitement and trepidation surged through the team as they contemplated the implications of their discovery. What was the purpose of this crystal, and what kind of power did it hold? What other secrets lay buried in this mysterious city beneath the ice? The team knew that they had only scratched the surface of what could be a discovery that would change the course of human history forever. Secrets and dangers. As the team continued their excavation of the lost city, they quickly realized that they were not alone. Strange occurrences started to happen with increasing frequency, and they felt a growing sense of unease and paranoia. At first, it was just small things, tools that went missing, strange noises in the night, and a feeling of being watched. But then, things took a more sinister turn. One of the team members disappeared without a trace, and no amount of searching could find any sign of what happened to him. As tensions within the team grew, they started to turn on each other. Accusations were thrown around, trust was broken, and alliances shifted constantly. It was as if the very air around them was poisoned with suspicion and fear. To make matters worse, the team began to uncover artifacts and structures that defied explanation. Strange, glowing crystals that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Cryptic symbols etched into the walls that seemed to hint at a dark and forbidden knowledge. And then, there were the tunnels. The tunnels were deep and twisting, and they seemed to lead to places that no human had ever been before. The team knew that they had to explore them, but each step forward felt like a step into the unknown. As they delved deeper and deeper into the tunnels, they began to realize that they were not the first to be there. Signs of a previous expedition, long since abandoned, were everywhere. But what had happened to them? And why had they left everything behind? The team found themselves in a maze of twisting passageways, unsure of what lay around the next bend. They were running out of supplies, and the air was getting thin. But they couldn't turn back now. Something was driving them forward, something primal and relentless. And then, they found it. The heart of the lost city. A vast, sprawling chamber filled with strange machines and devices that pulsed with energy. It was like nothing they had ever seen before, and they knew that they had stumbled onto something truly incredible. But as they approached the machines, they felt a sudden chill run down their spines. Something was wrong. Something was waiting for them, deep in the heart of the lost city. The team held their breath as they stepped closer, closer to the secrets that lay at the heart of the lost city.